ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930 present The Drive. Brought to you by Huntington Federal Savings Bank. Local then, local now. Member FDIC.
It is Tuesday, December 10th. Your Drive begins now on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930. I'm your host, Paul Swann. You can join the program by calling the Miller Lite phone lines, 877-420-TALK, 877-420-8255. Miller Lite, whole truth, great taste, only 96 calories. It is the original light beer. We're going to get into a lot this hour. I hope so anyway. We've got several things to talk about. We'll go down the list here in a few minutes, but Conference USA selections have been announced today. Marshall grabbed a league-high 8 first-team selections, so that's got to make you feel good if you are the Thundering Herd, that you get a lot of respect from from other teams in Conference USA, other coaches. You got a lot of respect there, so that's got to make you feel a little good. Again, maybe not the outcome you want at the end of the year. You're still going to a bowl game, and you get a lot of players recognized for their efforts today. So we'll talk about that. Also, I've done a little research. How does the Gasparilla Bowl rank according to those so-called sports experts, CBS, Sporting News, Yahoo Sports? Where do they rank this game? Because every year, after the bowls are announced and you're looking for ways to talk about the bowl, you come up with, of course, the list. The list is always a great piece of content when you don't have anything else. And so we're going to go with the list concept today. We're going to run down where Marshall's been listed. Some of the major outlets rank the game pretty high. Some of the major outlets not so high. So we're going to get into that. I know this game is number one in your heart, but for others, it's not maybe the must-see TV that a lot of people would hope it would be. And then we're going to get into the Sports Business Journal's annual report on bowl swag. That's right, the bowl swag list. I look forward to this every year. This is one of the few things that I enjoy when we get into bowl season is the list of swag these kids get. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, these kids should get some, right? Some of them are getting better things than others. It's the same price list here. You can spend up to a certain amount. And so some kids, they score better than other kids. Some bowls give it out better than other. Like, I haven't even looked at the Cheez-It Bowl and see if they're giving out free Cheez-Its. We're going to find out. We're going to find that one out together. Of course, I did look ahead. I know what Marshall's getting. I did look ahead. I flipped the page a few. I've got that. And I'm just going to be up front with you. And the most obvious gift suite, you play in the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl, you're getting a PlayStation, right? You can't have a bowl named after a PlayStation and not get a PlayStation in the gift suite. So, you're doing pretty good if you get into the PlayStation Bowl and you get a PlayStation. You're doing pretty good. Because next year, that might be the hottest Christmas gift of 2020, the new PlayStation. That could be and so if you earn your spot in the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl next year, you might be walking home with a brand new PlayStation 5, is it? So we'll get into all of that. And as I mentioned, your phone call is 877-420-TALK, 877-420-8255. That's the number to be a part of the Miller Lite phone lines. We are presented this hour by Huntington Federal Savings Bank. We had some fun on this show, and I think we'll have some fun with you today. But getting down to the serious part of the show, I know both teams, representatives from both teams in Tampa today at the Gasparilla Bowl, going down the rundown of things. The usual, okay, you've been announced as our participants, now come down for the welcoming. Hey, here's what everything's going to be like. So we're going to find out over the next few days if there's going to be anything different, anything changed from this. If you're going for the second time, is it easier? Have you found that it's easier now that you've made this run last year? You kind of have an idea of what you want to do? Or are you saying, no, I don't want to go to this at all. I've done this already. Give me something else. I'm kind of curious where you're at with that. So Let me know on Twitter. At Paul Swann is my handle, at Paul Swann. Of course, you can also join the program. So I'm kind of curious as far as where you're at. Are you going? Have you decided you're going? Of course, tickets available now, herdzone.com, if you're looking to get your tickets. And I do recommend go through the Marshall. Get your tickets through Marshall. Make it easy on yourself. Sit with your friends, sit with your family, sit with folks who love the herd. Do that. All right, the odds are out. Bad Boy Mowers, Gasparilla Bowl, Knights versus Herd, and Caesars Sportsbook with the odds. The line is UCF -17. What do you think of that line? Is that going to float? Is that going to maybe stay in double digits? Is that too high? Is that too low? I was reading some of the experts on ranking the bowls, and some of them think maybe, okay, this might be a good game. This might not be a good game. There's no real clear, concise consensus on this. So that's where we're going with the show today. I'm telling you what, we'll take our first break, come back. I will get a sip of water because I'm about ready to cough on you. So let's do that. And we'll continue with today's edition of The Drive, ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930. Presented by Huntington Federal Savings Bank. Guests with Paul Swann appear via the Miller Lite phone lines.
877-420-TALK, 877-420-8255 to be a part of today's program here on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930. Bear with me, folks. Throat's a little under the weather today, so let's power through this. I've got a lot to get into with you, so do bear with me here. It's good to be recognized, and that's what we've got here today with the Conference USA selections. You've got a league-high 8 selections, first team. So on the first team, Brendan Knox. Obvious choice, right? He runs the ball a lot for Marshall, and so you pick him as your first teamer because 1,284 rushing yards, and you lead Conference USA with that. You've got 11 touchdowns, and who gets credit for that? Brendan Knox, and of course also you throw in Levi Brown. He's your leader of the offensive line. He's making things happen. He's punching holes. So those two, obvious, right? And then linebacker Tavante Beckett. He leads Conference USA, so obvious choice here. Tied for 15th nationally with 114 tackles. So wherever the ball is, he's going to find you, and he's going to tackle you. So good choice there. Then you go with the defensive tackle and Channing Haynes, 34 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 5.5 tackles for loss. You put him on the list, and you also put Chris Jackson back. Why? Because he's back there keeping passes from going places. That's why you put him on there. He's got 12 passes defended. Justin Rohrwasser makes the list. Why? Top field goal percentage in Conference USA, 17 of 20. He's got 85 points. You put him on that list. And then why do you put Talik Keaton on the list? Because he's got a league best 12.0 average, one return for a touchdown. You kick the ball to him, you take your field yardage into your own hands. And Matt Beardall also earned first-team All-Conference honors, second straight season, so congratulations to him. Now, second team, Kane Madden, Armani Levias, Amari Cobb. Honorable mentions, Darius Hodge, Najee Johnson. So these guys make second team an honorable mention. All freshman team, you go with Talik Keaton. Why? Again, league best 12.0 average with one return for a touchdown. And Micah Abraham, defensive back, he's also on the list. So that's your representative from Conference USA. A lot of guys made the list. And you look at the list and you think, okay, Anybody there that's missing? Anybody there that should be on the list that isn't? And I can't honestly say that I could tell you if they got it wrong on a few positions. Now, if you're a big Isaiah Green supporter, he's not on the list. You don't see him. And, of course, quarterback position's pretty tough. Marshall, offensively, not getting it done through the air the way they've been doing it on the ground. And a guy like Obi Obialo, well, man, what if he was healthy? What if he was out there for the full year? This could have been a completely different situation. It really could have been. So that's what it looks like as far as your all-conference selections. I mean, it's pretty good, though. To be honest with you, you see these guys, they make the list, and you see that Marshall gets 8 first-team selections. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know where you can go wrong with having that many because, after all, you're not going to get the whole team on. Let's just be upfront honest with you. You're not going to get the whole team on. But to get 8, that's pretty good, actually. I mean, that's really solid. So Marshall, despite not winning the East Division, Marshall was considered to be a team rich in talent. Who gets quarterback, though? I'm going to tell you. First-team quarterback, Chris Robinson from Florida Atlantic, and Louisiana Tech's Jamar Smith. Those are your quarterbacks. Wide receivers, Jalen Darden from North Texas, Quez Watkins from Southern Miss, Lucky Jackson from Western Kentucky. And, of course, defensively, it's pretty solid here. Marshall owns special teams. Rohrwasser, Keaton, Beardall, all on the list. Your punter belongs to Western Kentucky with John Haggerty and Jalen Adams, Southern Miss. That's your special team. Second team, Kane Madden, as I mentioned. Quarterback for second team is Mason Fine from North Texas. So that's your second team quarterback there. Mason Fine, pretty much the third guy, because offensively it was Chris Robinson and Jamar Smith, quarterback. That's still pretty good. Honorable mentions, though. Here are the quarterbacks that received honorable mention status. Chris Reynolds, Charlotte. James Morgan, FIU. Jack Abraham, Southern Miss. That's it. That's your quarterbacks that get honorable mention. And you go down the list. To be fair, the players that Marshall got on first team, second team, honorable mention, it's pretty deep honorable mention. Marshall gets a couple guys on because, well, Marshall, again, gets a majority of their selections on first team. I mean, that's pretty good. Nazi Johnson's we mentioned, honorable mention. Darius Hodge, honorable mention, but that's it. If I'm Isaiah Green, I'm looking at this like, okay, this is where I'm at, huh? This is where I'm at. All right. Where do you go with this? If you're a quarterback and you see you're not on the list, you see a majority of your team's on the list and you're not there, your wide receivers aren't there, you're not there, but a lot of your guys on the offense are there. I mean, Brendan Knox is there. Levi Brown's there. It's a pretty potent combination there. Defensively, though, again, special teams, that's where a lot of your players end up. Got 3 on defense. You get 3 on special teams, and you get 2 on offense. And it's your running back, and it's your center. Are you looking at this like, okay, I'm going to come back next year. They're going to regret this. How do you respond to this? Or do you even respond to this? Do you even think about this? You're like, okay, I'm not worried about that. That's nice. I got honored. That's great. I'm moving on. We got a bowl game to go out and win. I'm going to win that. People are going to be talking about the bowl game longer than they're going to be talking about this all-Conference USA team. In the annals of sports history, are you going to remember that Brendan Knox was first team Conference USA, or Brendan Knox ran for 200 yards, won a bowl game? What are you going to remember more? What's the mindset here? And I'm thinking you're focusing on the bowl game. I mean, stuff like this is great for me to talk about. This is stuff we talk about, but at the same time, you look at it and go, okay, that's nice and all, that's great. I'm a first-teamer, but where does that help me win this game? And I think that's what these guys look at more, honestly. I haven't really heard too many of them talk about, hey, yeah, I got these accolades, or, look at me, I'm a first-teamer. You don't hear these guys talk about that at all. But you look at the first-team offense, and it's Knox, and it's Levi Brown. And deservedly so. To be honest with you, deservedly so. Those guys, it would have been huge. You leave those guys off this list, and all of a sudden you're sitting there thinking, no, this is not a valid list because Brendan Knox is not on it. And honestly, I think if I had a team with Benny LeMay and Brendan Knox in my running backs, I'd be pretty good. I would platoon. I don't know. I would have Knox go and then bring LeMay out and let him go one and then bring Knox back out. And I don't know if I'd ever pass the ball. If I had both those guys in my running backs, I'd probably never pass the ball. So all in all, pretty solid list. 8 guys first team. That says something about the Thundering Herd. 3 on special teams, 3 defense, and 2 on offense. You'd like to have more, but at the same time, I mean, you did land a lot of guys, especially second team, honorable mention. All freshman team, you landed a couple guys there as well. That's solid. It's good work for the Thundering Herd. Now, we move on when we come back from break. We're going to talk a little bit about where the Herd's game with Central Florida ranks. Where do the experts think it ranks as far as must-see TV? Am I going to watch this game, or can I skip this game? Can I pass on this? Do I need to watch this? I'm a college football fan, and I have to watch this game. Or you know what? I'm going to take the day off. I'm not going to watch this. I'm not going to go down the entire list of all the rankings. I'm just going to focus on Marshall when we come back, and we'll get your phone calls in as well. 877-420-TALK, 877-420-8255. More on the way. It's The Drive, ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
This is The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930. Presented by Huntington Federal Savings Bank.
877-420-TALK, 877-420-8255 on this Tuesday, December 10th edition. Drive, ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930. So I've scoured the internet. I've scoured the web. I bring to you where the experts think this game ranks. Now, every year when the bowls come out, everybody's got to have a list. Hey, this is the game to watch. This is the game not to watch. Because what happens is we all flock to read these stories. We make those clicks and hit, okay, where's our game? What? Oh, that's not too bad. That kind of story. Because somebody's got to be the best game and somebody's got to be the worst game. And unfortunately for Marshall, it doesn't fit in either category. It's not the worst game, so we can laugh at the fact that, they're wrong, or it's not the best game. It's just a game. Well, at least according to Athlon Sports. Of course, Athlon Sports has ranked this game, of all the bowls, 31st best. We're getting close to the bottom here, kids. And so here's how they justify it. In their ranking, they say Marshall and UCF haven't played since 2012. Okay. They point out that UCF, not a New Year's Six Bowl team for the first time since 2017. So basically, you're not as good as you used to be. But they say, look, all 3 of their losses came by 3 points or less. Talk about how good their offense is. and they average 43 points a game. Point that out a little bit. They like the quarterback, Dylan Gabriel and Gabriel Davis. So they like Gabriel to Gabriel. They like that. Gabriel Sellards, our producer, he likes that as well. Big fan of that. And points out that Marshall's leaned on defense, but the average of the offense, 5.8 yards per play. And they also point out that Brendan Knox is going to have to be the guy to keep UCF's offense on the sideline because he's going to have to go out there and run. But they have got this game as the 31st best, and they pick UCF to win 38-24. So they even throw in a pick. Now, it gets a little bit better with Sporting News. Here's what Sporting News has to say, and they didn't say much really, to be honest with you. They said the Knights have lost 3 games this season by a combined 7 points. UCF will be favored, but don't discount a Marshall team that won 6 of its last 7 games to earn its bowl bid. All right. Quality in-depth reporting there from Sporting News. So you have a great sense of what this game's all about from the Sporting News. We'll move on now. Yahoo Sports. Hey, and don't sleep on Yahoo Sports, by the way. I check out Yahoo Sports all the time. It's good stuff. Here's what they say, and I'm going to highlight this and come back to it later if it's not true. They say UCF should have a big home crowd for this one, as its fans don't have to travel far down Interstate 4 to get to Tampa. So, Florida team should have big crowd, right? Okay, we'll see. Also, point out that this is Marshall's second straight Gasparilla Bowl. Beat South Florida a year ago. And so, here's how they end it. They point out that there's no North Florida or West Florida at the top level of college football, so Marshall is now out of directional Florida schools to play in the postseason. So no more directional Florida schools for Marshall. Is Central a direction? It's not north, it's not east, it's not west, it's not south, it's central. I mean, it's a location, but it's not directional. Is that fair to say? I digress. Washington Post. Oh, by the way, Gasparilla Bowl, according to Yahoo Sports, 15th. So we've gone from 31st to 26th to this is the 15th best game you need to watch, according to Yahoo Sports. 15th. We go down 1. We drop to 16 with the Washington Post. Washington Post says that Central Florida won't make any national title proclamations this season after losing 3 games, again, stressing by a combination of 7 points. But the Knights have a long-term answer in their freshman quarterback, Dylan Gabriel. Washington Post also points out, and I thought this was actually pretty nice, again, just quick summary here. Marshall has won 6 of its last 7, but few noticed outside of West Virginia because no one from Conference USA was a national factor. So, hey, don't sleep on the herd. They've won 6 or 7, but you didn't notice because, well, nobody in Conference USA anyone's paying attention to. You're not a national factor. And that's the problem with Conference USA. Conference USA, not a national factor. We've talked about teams from the Sun Belt. We've talked about teams from the American. We've talked about Boise, wherever Boise is. You talk about Boise. It's not the Mountain West, it's just Boise. And so this is what the Washington Post had to say. Now, CBS Sports, you want to know what they said about the Gasparilla Bowl? They put them at 20. So this is the 20th best game to watch. These numbers are really, you go from 31st to 15 with spots in between. But CBS Sports, 20th. Here's what they say. I wish this game was still being played at Tropicana Field because there's nothing like football indoors on artificial grass that is 15 different shades of green. Nevertheless, this has a chance to be an interesting game, but it could also prove to be a UCF blowout. So, CBS Sports, they're waffling. They want this played Tropicana Field, which was terrible, by the way, terrible location. And it could be good. It could be good. Or it could be bad. It's a political answer. I've never heard one. This is going to be a great game unless it's not. Hey, look for a good game, but it might not be also. That's where we're at right now here. So I'm not gonna do an average or anything here. I'm just gonna tell you, it's all over the place. 31st to 26 to 20 to 16 to 15. Everybody's got a different opinion. Everybody's got a different take. Yahoo Sports, though, high man I've found so far, 15 with the Gasparilla Bowl, 15th best bowl. Now, in all actuality, there'll be some eyeballs on this game, but I don't know if it's going to have that much of a viewing audience because here's the problem. It's on a Monday. It's the 23rd. It's at 2:30 p.m. So you've got a game in which it will be in the afternoon. A lot of people will still be working. A lot of people won't be able to watch this game. Now, Herd fans will have either taken off and they're going to the bowl game, or they're going to be listening to the radio. This might be a radio game, at least locally. If you can't watch the game, tune in. We'll have it for you right here, ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930, just to keep that top of mind for you. But this will probably draw a good audience just because it's the only game on TV. And I don't know where they think they're getting the audience from. Is it because they're catering to people that are home this week? It's all, again, this is all television. This is television because ESPN has control, ownership of a good lion's share of the bowls. And so they're putting together programming with certain criteria, certain restrictions. Like, okay, these are where the bowl tie-ins are. We got to put together what these bowls look like. We can use these pieces. So how do we put together something that's compelling and something that's entertaining? And some are going to be hit, some are going to be miss. But it comes down to somewhere a collection of people agreed that this would be the best matchup that they could put together for this game. And time doesn't matter because it's programming. It's plain and simple. It's programming. Are you going to watch, though, at 2:30 p.m.? Of course. Yeah, if you're listening to this program, you're going to watch. I'm speaking to a different crowd here. But I don't know to be honest with you, I don't know what the audience will be. Hopefully it'll be a good audience television-wise and, of course, streaming as well. There'll be the streaming option. I'm sure you can watch it on your tablet. I'm going to be at Roosters, by the way. Just going to point that out to you. I'll be at Roosters for our broadcast. I hope you come out and join us. All right, when we come back from break, one of my favorite things I like to do, swag. That's right, swag, bowl swag. We're going to talk about bowl swag when we continue. Who's getting what? Is there a PlayStation coming? Of course there's a PlayStation. Somebody's getting a PlayStation. You know why? Because there's a bowl that's sponsored by Sony PlayStation. So they're getting PlayStations. Everybody else will tell you what they're getting when we continue with today's edition of The Drive, ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Never miss a moment of The Drive with Paul Swann. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to today's edition of The Drive on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930. I'm your host, Paul Swann, and we're almost through the day. That's right, we're almost done. We've got through it here. And we're going to end on a high note because I've got the list. I don't know why I'm excited. I'm not getting into this stuff, and I'm excited. I've got the swag list here of all the stuff that you can expect these kids to be getting when it comes to bowl season. And let me tell you, Marshall is getting a gift suite. And I don't know what's in that gift suite because Sports Business Journal couldn't suss out what they're getting. Now, electronics, gift suites, those seem to be popular items. Let's just roll down them. We'll go down. You know what now? Marshall's getting a gift suite, but undisclosed what's in that gift suite. Now, we'll start with the Bahamas Bowl. Bahamas Bowl will feature a gift suite, board shorts, a Yeti Rambler bottle, a towel, pen, and string backpack. Just a string backpack? Can you get a nicer backpack? Okay. I mean, but you know what? You're getting a Yeti Rambler, and from my understanding, those cost like $500 anyway, so it's probably a nice, pricey Yeti Rambler. Here's what they're getting at the Frisco Bowl. They're getting a gift suite. They're getting a Justin Cowboy hat because what says cowboy like a Justin Cowboy hat? They're getting a football. They're getting, and there were some exemptions made this year because you can't go over your limit of what you can give these kids. But some of the committees are throwing in extra stuff, and they got a waiver for this. College football 150th anniversary coin, a lapel pin, blingware cup, and a beanie. The Air Force Reserve Celebration Bowl, you're getting a gift suite, headphones, backpack, and a beanie. Okay, that's not bad. Kids will love the headphones. New Mexico Bowl, gift suite, Oakley Holbrook sunglasses, Oakley Gearbox backpack, beanie, water bottle. All right. Those Oakleys will be nice. Cure Bowl, you're getting a watch. Bluetooth backpack. See, again, you go back up to the Bahamas Bowl, they're getting a string backpack. You come down to the Cure Bowl, they're getting a Bluetooth backpack. Warm-up jacket and pants. Sportech long sleeve t-shirt, mid-fit structured hat, Pebble Beach slides. Okay. Boca Raton Bowl, online gift suite, assortment of bowl branded items. So the FAU kids can get some Boca Raton swag. I'm sure they're excited about that. Camilla Bowl, gift suite, Fossil watch, ESPN branded Samsonite rolling bag and beanie, and a football. You know, the Fossil watch would be nice, and the Samsonite, that's pretty good. Practical gift, that's nice. I'm okay with that. Mitsubishi Motors Las Vegas Bowl, gift suite, socks. What football player doesn't need socks? Beanie, and a portable charger. I could use a portable charger. That's not a bad gift. R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. You know what they're getting? A Fossil watch and a gift suite. Those Fossil watches are popular. We mentioned what you're getting for the Gasparilla Bowl, the gift suite. Hawaii Bowl, gift suite. You're getting an Aloha shirt. You're getting an Oakley backpack and sunglasses, performance t-shirt, beach towel, surf trunks. Okay, makes sense. It's Hawaii. I get that. And Independence Bowl, gift suite, a Timely Watch Company watch, beanie. And again, because this is sort of an add-in, it's wavered this year. The History of Bowl celebrating the good of the game book because of the 150th anniversary of college football. Quick Lane Bowl, Best Buy card. You're getting some JBL over-the-ear wireless headphones. You're getting Sticker Genius life-size photo slab decal for each participant of his likeness. All right, that's cool. That is actually cool. Hoodie, T-shirt, palm hat, backpack, and tag. Football mini helmet. Military Bowl. Sports Business Journal couldn't get the list. They declined to participate. New Era Pinstripe Bowl. Let's go with the New Era Pinstripe Bowl. You're getting a JBL Harmon gift card, a variety of New Era products. All right, it's not bad. The Academy Sports Outdoors Texas Bowl. Gift suite. You're getting a gift card to Academy Sports Outdoors gift card there. Okay, that's cool. Justin Cowboy hat. All right. I would turn the hat down, but you're getting a belt buckle because, of course, Texas. Bandana because, of course, Texas. Adidas duffel bag, shoe bag, and toiletry bag. Hey, you're going to a bowl game. What are you getting? Well, you're getting a toiletry bag. And you know what? That's a very smart and practical gift. San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl. You're getting a gift suite, Fossil watch, and wireless speaker. All right, that's not bad. All right, here we go. I did not know what this was going to be going into this. Cheez-It Bowl. Am I getting Cheez-Its? Not for the gifts. No. You're getting instead a GoPro Hero 7 with accessories and carrying case. All right, that's solid. Fossil watch, solid. Oakley sunglasses. You're getting a shuttle pack backpack from Oglia. Easy for me to say. History of the Bowl, celebrating the good of the game book. That's cool. Ice shaker insulated bottle, branded Bills cap, and travel case. That's solid. That is solid Cheez-It Bowl. Very solid. Camping World Bowl. Camping World Bowl says here, $400 Best Buy gift card. Have fun. And we're going to throw in a watch. We'll get you a Herschel backpack with luggage tag. Have a great time at Best Buy. Cotton Bowl. Would not disclose gifts. Scrooges. PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. You know what you're getting? You're getting an Xbox. No, you're not getting an Xbox. You're getting a PlayStation PS4 gift package. I perked your attention in there in the studio, Gabriel. I saw you. Fossil watch. Getting a shuttle pack, backpack. And you're getting the history of the bowl, celebrating the good of the game book. Also, ice shaker insulated bottle. That's solid. I like that. Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. You're getting not Chick-fil-A. Come on, throw me a gift card here. You're getting $390 Vanilla Visa gift card, Fossil watch, and a football. All right, that's not bad. Serpro First Responders Bowl, gift suite, Parkland duffel bag, football, 9-lane apparel, patriotic athletic wear. And let me run these down quickly for you. Music City Bowl. Gift suite and a Fossil watch. All right, that's not bad. Redbox Bowl, you're getting a Nintendo Switch Lite. See, didn't even register in the studio. Because Gabriel, they didn't register. I thought the Nintendo would get you. Nintendo Switch Lite, Nixon watch, Turtle Beach gaming headphones, Herschel Supply Company backpack, some sunglasses. All right, Redbox Bowl, you're winning it. Orange Bowl, you're getting a watch, you're getting a split helmet, okay, gift suite. Belk Bowl, getting a shopping trip to Belk Department Store. Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, gift suite, Timely Watch Company, Silvertone Watch, Majestic Pro Base Fleece Pullover, backpack, New Era cap. All right, you know what? I'm skipping some of this here because we got so much. Gift suites. Everybody's getting gift suites. We always run out of time when we do this. We got to segment this better. Sorry. Everybody's getting good stuff. I'm not getting any good stuff, though. No, I'm sorry. Nobody's giving me a gift suite or anything. For Gabriel Sellers, who also isn't getting a gift suite, I'm Paul Swann. Thanks for listening.
W227BS Huntington, your flagship home of the Marshall Thundering Herd and The Drive with Paul Swann, ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.